Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's feeling good. Hope everybody's doing well. Guys, we are back with an update. This is the story I did. When did this story come out? This was December 18th. Recorded this story December 18th. This guy, he OP wrote back in and his girl is stalking him, or it's worse than that. She shows up. Anyway, so this is about the ex-girlfriend who was asking for an open relationship, and OP gave her what she wanted. She flipped out, lost her mind. He ended things like, we're done, it's over. It was over when you asked me for this. I just wanted to give you a taste of your own medicine type deal. She is not letting up. She's saying she's not gonna let. I don't want to give it away. Guys, if you remember a story like that, December 18th, then you can just go down to the description, click the next part two, and it'll take you to what I'm about to read right now. If you want to just hear it all the way through, I'm going to play it first. Let's get into it. Girlfriend asked for an open relationship, then she asked to close it after I slept with her friends. My ex-girlfriend never established any rules for this open relationship, but she said it was common freaking sense that I should not sleep with her friends at all. I told her she fell out with them, so they were free game. Maybe she shouldn't have come on to one the friend's little brother. I broke up with her. She was devastated. We've recently gone on school break for the winter. I don't go back to school until January, and I feel good going into this break. A single man now. I'm a senior in college. I graduate in May. My ex-girlfriend is a senior as well. We talked about marriage and everything. But as soon as she mentioned an open relationship with me back in May, I was done. I knew I'd never marry her, but I opened the relationship like she wanted. She only wanted to do it for one specific guy she met in Orlando, I discovered via text. I went back to my freshman year mind state and I was slaying her two friends left and right. I let her know once she finally asked me. She was devastated, especially when she found out that I had a three-way with them. Her friends knew all about our open relationship. They approached me with the idea via Facebook message, taking on both of them at the same time. It was amazing. Of course, I'm fantasized about stuff like this, but I never thought I'd actually do it. It was a great time. We drank and got it on all night long. So, my ex-girlfriend Susie and I met back in freshman year. I really liked Susie. I did. She was a great girl and she was fun. We partied together. I decided to get into a serious relationship after the first semester of my freshman year. So I was dealing with my guys that loved to hang out. We went out all the time, and every night we went out, we all got laid. We all had a wake-up call when a girl called each of us and told us that she had to take medication to get rid of syphilis. We were terrified. She admitted that it wasn't just us she slept with. She slept with other guys. She didn't know if she got it before sleeping with us or after, but one of us could have had it as well. We were terrified. None of us felt weird, but we all went to the doctor and we were all clear. That was a wake-up call for all of us. Each and every one of my boys, including myself, got into a serious relationship. Forget that man, I'm going to deal with one woman, and I definitely used protection because I didn't want to have a child. Also, you can never truly know what someone is doing behind your back. So, my ex-girlfriend got together during second semester of freshman year. So let's start here. Freshman year, second semester. I met my ex first week of school, and we were serious by week 3. No sex until end of semester. We went into the summer with such great energy between us. I really liked my ex-girlfriend, and she liked me as well. That summer, I went to visit her hometown. She lived in Boston, Massachusetts. I flew out there twice. My dad paid for it, and I got to meet her family. I stayed in hotels each time, but she'd come and stay with me for as long as she could. But of course, she had to sleep at her parents' house because they know what was going on. And she never wanted to tell them that she was sexually active. I really enjoyed her, though she never gave me any red flags as far as wanting to open up the relationship or even cheating on me. I would have never thought those things. She would talk to me about church all the time in the 2 weekends I did go up to visit. I'd go to church with her right before I went to take my flight back home. I tried to get her to go to Cedar Point with me, but her father wouldn't let her come. He said if he or her mother both could have made time to go, then yeah, but he wasn't sending his daughter to come be with me by herself. He didn't know how strict my parents were, which I understood. He didn't want us all laid up and everything. That entire summer, we got really close. We talked every single day. Not a day went by where we didn't speak to each other, and I'm not just talking text message. We were on the phone, video calls, audio calls every day. Man, I thought I was in love. I still feel like I was in love. I would have done anything for her. I thought I found the perfect wife. I found a woman that would never disrespect me. I never have to worry about if she's being loose with anybody else. Talking to my brothers over the summer, they found the same thing. We all found girls at school. Sophomore year is where we had a rough patch before the big storm came. Sophomore year, first semester. I cannot explain what it was, but my ex-girlfriend started to act really weird towards me. She became mouthy. It's like everything I wanted to do, she didn't want to do. It's like she was a contrarian for no reason, and I couldn't understand. Whenever I wanted to have sex, she didn't want to have sex when I'd give up. She asked me why I gave up on trying to have sex with her. It was just these games she was playing that I didn't understand, and I went back to my dad and talked to him about it. My dad is the one who told me about crap testing. He says this is just something women do, and my dad said to me, so when you pull away, she comes towards you, right? And when you come towards her, she pulls away, correct? I said, absolutely. That's exactly what's happening. My dad advised me to pull away 100%. Now, as a young man, I did not understand this. I didn't want to lose her. I told my dad if I pull away 100%, she's gone. My dad said, exactly. Then she's not the one for you. Now, every woman goes through this. She's going to crap test her man, and some men will pull away completely, and she'll go running back to him, and he realizes that she's the one. Some men will keep pursuing and push her into another man's arms. It's just how it is, but if you walk away and she comes back wanting you, I'm not talking the first time she comes running back. Walk away 100%, just be done with her and see if she tries to win you back. I thought about it, and at first I just was not going to do this. I thought my dad was crazy, but she had said something via text. Like I told you guys, we talked all the time on the phone, video chat or phone calls, but these 2 days, she just wanted to text me. The first day I was really distraught about it, and then I realized what my dad said. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to pull away and see what happens, even if she doesn't come back to me. I don't care. I dodged a bullet. I don't like how this feels. She really made me feel bad by doing what she was doing to me. The second day, she's texting me and being short. I was being short as well, and I noticed when I wasn't texting her, she texts me, and she was texting longer sentences, not just short ones. I was taking my time replying, and when I did reply, it'll be one word. She then started to video call me. I didn't answer. She called back to back, and I text her and tell her I was busy. She started complaining, talking about how I have more than enough time to talk to her, and I'm trying to be funny. I told her I was not trying to be funny, and I was really busy, and if we can talk tomorrow, that would be great. This is when she started accusing me of cheating. You must have a new girlfriend, who is she? I'm coming over right now. The first time she came to my dorm room, she was banging on the door. I wasn't going to let her in. I was pretending like I wasn't inside, but my roommate got scared, saying she was going to bust the door down. She was not going to bust the door down. He let her in, and she went off on me. I acted like I was asleep. Luckily, my roommate didn't rat me out. He told her that I was in there asleep because I've been so busy working on a project she starts screaming at me. Get up! I know you heard my notifications. Why are you doing this to me? You had me worried. I thought you were leaving me. She starts crying. I started acting like I just woke up. And I said, what are you talking about? Leaving you? What is going on? She jumps in the bed with me and crawls in the covers. She starts apologizing, saying that she just felt overwhelmed and she loves me. That's what I told her. I said, look, for the past few weeks, you've been acting really weird and you're saying you're overwhelmed. Well, that's fine. Just let's spend some time apart so you can get yourself together. I don't want to be the one to overwhelm you. If you being overwhelmed means you're going to treat me the way you've been treating me, then I don't want that. So please, can you get out of my bed and leave my dorm room? She looked at me and said, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm serious. Go spend some time alone or do what you need to do to get yourself together. But I'm not going to put up with that bull crap. I need to focus on my school. She starts crying and she leaves. She texted me like an hour after that, asking me if I was serious and if we could talk. I didn't respond. She texted me the next day saying, please just hear me out. I need to talk to you. I didn't respond. The day after that. He didn't text at all or call, but she did show up at my dorm room. This woman showed up with all types of gifts. PlayStation gift cards, Chipotle gift cards of over $100, tickets to a comedy show for me and my friends, Dave and Buster gift cards, and a bunch of other random stuff that she bought on Amazon. Her friends helped her deliver this to my dorm. Our room was packed full of stuff. She left saying that she knows materialistic things will not win me back. This is just something to start the I'm sorry, but she's going to show and prove that she regrets what she did to me. She knows she was being a jerk, and it wasn't right for her to do that. She left with her friends after that. Me and my roommate tried to sort everything out. I gave him some of the stuff that she got from Amazon. It was a bunch of clothes, sweaters, and bunch of DC stuff she found, and I love DC, by the way, so I kept those. She was right. Materialistic things only can't win back my respect. She went on to text me good morning scriptures and good night scriptures. We eventually started meeting up to study together, and going out again, we eventually worked our way back into a relationship. I can say that way of disrespect never came around again, but a different did eventually. Junior year, first through second semester, things had been going well, and my ex was not being disrespectful or crap testing me anymore. She did start to hang around a new group of friends. She still had her old friends, but she was hanging out with these new girls more. She did go out with them, but it wasn't unreasonable. It wasn't super late. My ex would go out on a Friday after school, say around 6 or 7 o'clock. She would be back by 10 after their reading discussions. She'd call me with video call until we both went to sleep, or she'd come over, or I'd go over to her dorm. She was never out super late past 10 partying and drinking. Yeah, she'd have a drink or two, but it wasn't that crazy. So, it didn't bother me. But clearly, these friends were starting to rub off on her. So my ex told me about a book that was part of their book club. The book club she joined with her new friends. A book called Decadent by Shayla Black. I heard so much about this damn book. My ex described it as a good, sexy, erotic story, telling me, "You're going to like this one. Some sweet, shy girl has finally made the decision that she's going to give herself to a dude named Jesse, a popular rock star she met a few years ago and has gotten to know better through emails and phone calls. He's apparently the one for her. Only thing is, she knows his lifestyle includes some wild sex and she's still a virgin. So, after reading up on multiple partner sex, she seeks out the one man she knows can teach her all about it. Basically, becoming open to poly, etc. She met some other guy when he was under her father's command, and although she got it loud and clear he really didn't care all that much for her, she was attracted to him even when she was 17. He does everything in his power to run her off and scare her, but she knows what she wants and won't let the big jerk put any obstacles in her way. If you guys knew how many times I've heard this, you'd wonder why I never told my ex to shut up about it. I never read the book, and I know everything. My ex would tell me she loved the dichotomy of the two men. One hard as steel, not all hearts and flowers, the other warm and gentle and knowing how to use words of love and romance to heighten a woman's pleasure. There were other romance love novels they'd read, but this one particularly stood out to me. So, this whole school year, every Friday, she'd hang out with these girls. They go out and have wine or whatever, and then they'll read books or discuss what they read. I thought it was innocent, but really I should have jumped on it when she told me about that book, the one about the open poly situation, because I noticed she'd start talking about poly and open relationships more and more. I kind of just ignored it. Anyway, I was too busy on my studies to be too concerned about it. Senior year, first semester, so this past summer break, it was a bust. We kind of had some ups and downs. So in April, she decided to take a trip, but without me, I thought it was weird because that whole school year prior, we talked about traveling together. We had some destinations we wanted to go to right after the school year. She just changed. She wanted to travel by herself. I could not understand it. She kept encouraging me to travel by myself. It's important. Remember how you told me you always wanted to go here, go there? You should go, but we can still talk to each other. We don't have to go radio silent. I didn't like the idea, but she did. In April, she went to Orlando, Florida. She was there for a week and a half. Yes, we did talk every day, but it's not like I had a 24-hour surveillance camera on her. I didn't know exactly what she was doing. I will be honest, my gut feeling was just telling me this wasn't right, but she'd call me every morning, in the middle of the day, and before bed to tell me how she would just go to museums or go to shows, dinner shows and things like that. I really just didn't like it. I ended up going to San Diego by myself. I was bored out of my mind. There were some things I wanted to see, and I had a buddy that lives there, but I could only see him for 2 days. I did some jet skiing, but really, I wanted to be with my ex-girlfriend. For some reason, she wanted to do separate stuff this summer. I will say she wasn't crap testing me like she was before. But I still did not like this feeling at all. When she got back, she was supposed to come visit me, but she canceled her flight saying that she was too tired and worn out from being out in Florida. I said, "Worn out? You told me you didn't do much. You just were going to relax." She said, "Yeah, but it's just the flight. It's just too much right now." I said, "Fine, I'll come to you." She didn't want me to come to her, and she told me she'd love it if we could just chit-chat and relax. We don't have to be up under each other all the time. She was right about that. You don't have to be up under someone all the time, but I just had this gut feeling that something was wrong, though. I remember what my dad told me. She starts pulling away, you start pulling away, but I knew this time I wasn't going to play that game. If I pulled away 100% and she came back, I was going to be done. Late May, beginning of June is when my ex-girlfriend asked me if we could be in an open relationship. She calls me video call, and we're having a regular conversation. It was actually a great conversation. We were laughing at her niece too on FaceTime as well. She then went upstairs and told me that she needed to talk to me about something. I said, "Okay, what's going on?" She started telling me about how she's been thinking about not wanting to lose me. I said, "Why would you think that? I'm not going anywhere if you're not wanting me to go anywhere." She smiles and says, "You're the sweetest person. I know I love you for that." I said, "That's all you wanted to say to me?" She then says, "No. So I just feel like you deserve more. I feel like I can't give you everything you want right now, and I think an open relationship could help us, help you." I said why I don't want an open relationship. I don't need anyone else. Why would you think that? She says, "Well, I just know how I don't give you everything you want. I can tell you, for instance, you wanted me to come see you right after my trip, and I had no desire to do so. You don't deserve that. If it were you, you would have come immediately if I needed you. But here, I am saying no. I don't feel like I should ever tell you that. I said, so what exactly is an open relationship? Do you want to sleep with other people? She then tells me, well, no. I don't want to sleep with other people. I mean, I know some people, but I haven't slept with them or even thought about sleeping with them. I just talk with them here and there. I said other people. What other people? Give me names. She told me that she has a friend in Florida that she's been talking to behind my back. She didn't say those exact words, but I told her that you were talking to someone behind my back while we were together. She told me she met him the second semester of our junior year online. Then I put two and two together. Oh, so when you went down to Florida, you went to go see this guy, right? She tells me that it wasn't planned, but she did see him a couple times, and she paid for her own food, and he knows all about me. I was pissed off. She's freaking been cheating on me. She tells me that it's not cheating, that she never slept with or kissed with this guy. I didn't know what to believe. You're going to his state to visit him, and you spent 2 days with him, but it was just brunch. And you didn't tell me anything about it. We talked every single day. Something fishy about that. I was pissed off. I hung up the call. I don't know what made me do this, but ironically, I jumped on Facebook and I had all these messages that I had missed. I just clicked on it, and one was from my ex-girlfriend's now ex-friend. She attends the same college. So, remember, in the beginning, I said she had a group of friends that she'd hang out with. Well, one of these girls was no longer friends with my now ex-girlfriend. They had a falling out. She was in my messages months ago, asking me out, telling me that she thought I was handsome and that my ex didn't deserve me. I wrote her back and she messaged me right away. We started chatting and she was telling me what happened with my ex-girlfriend and her. I told her about how she had just asked me for an open relationship. This girl tells me, wow, I'm not surprised. She then says, listen, I'm not looking for a relationship at all, but honestly, I do have the hots for you. Don't you live in Mills Run? I said yes. She said, cool. I'm in Pittsburgh. We're not too far. Let's hook up. Melissa and I lived together here in Pittsburgh for the summer. Melissa was hot as well, but I wasn't too sure at the time if she wasn't friends with Sussy or not. I FaceTime Susie back. She answers and she's looking at me with a sad looking face saying, I was hoping I didn't run you off. You know I love you, right? Please just say it. Tell me that you know that I love you, right? I never answered that question. I asked her, so what are the rules for this open relationship? How long are we supposed to do this? She said indefinitely. But of course, this wouldn't carry over into marriage. You do still want to marry me, right? I never answered that question. I said, cool. Go have fun with your friend in Orlando. She says, I don't want to go to Orlando. He's just somebody I know. Guys, of course you all know this all turned out to be a complete lie. I found out. I'll get to that. I said it's fine. We got off the phone and I talked to the girls on Facebook. Then we all decided to talk via FaceTime. These girls were freaky, immediately telling me the things they wanted to do to me. I was at first trying to figure out what happened between them and my ex, but I quickly forgot about that and was focused on meeting up. They invited me to their place. They had a nice penthouse downtown Pittsburgh. I drove up there that next day. I'm not a guy who always fantasizes about really having a three-way. It was never something I thought I would do. Man, this was amazing. I don't know what my ex did to this girl still to this day, but she took her pain out on me, and I loved it. Melissa, I discovered that issue and why her and Susie fell out. But apparently, she really pissed this girl off. By the way, one of the girls knows I'm sending this story into the True Story YouTube channel. She told me not to use her name. I still don't know exactly what Susie did, but honestly, I don't really care. If I were to assume, she doesn't like what Susie did to Melissa. I started to hang out with these girls a lot. I went up to Pittsburgh a few times, and they came down to Mills Run. They did not like Mills Run, but I took them on a couple tours and trails. We were like a little group. We laughed, ate together. We all split the bill. We also had a lot of bedroom action. It was amazing. And I still was talking to Susie every day. We FaceTimed still. The entire summer, Susie never asked me who I was dealing with. But when we got back to school and she saw that I was hanging out with the girls, her ex-friends, she wasn't happy. And this is when I learned that Melissa wasn't too friendly with her either the whole summer. Susie did not like it, asking me why I was hanging around her friends. I said, we're just laughing and doing homework together and studying. I don't see the big deal. I'm not complaining about your friend in Orlando, am I? She then asked me if I was sleeping with either of the girls or friends. I told her the truth. Yes, I am. You said you wanted to have an open relationship, and I was free to sleep with whomever I wanted. Susie got pissed off. You're not supposed to sleep with them. Are you kidding me? She went off on both girls. So is this how you're going to get me back for something I didn't do? Really? How low are you? You two are freaking pathetic. The girl's just laughing in her face. Susie took off running, crying. I really felt bad. Actually, I wanted to go, but I didn't. So that's when I started asking the girls exactly what happened. So, Melissa tells me that during the break, Susie came out to Pittsburgh and they were all at Melissa's family's house. Susie got a bit too drunk and she tried to sleep with Melissa's brother. Now this is all he said, she said. Melissa's brother told Melissa what happened. Susie claims it never happened. By the way, Melissa's brother is 13. She showed me pictures of him. He's a football star. He doesn't look 13 at all. Dude has a full mustache at 13. This dude is almost 6 feet already, and he's a quarterback for middle school, and he has a promising career in football. I never knew anything about this. Melissa said that was the end of her friendship with Susie. It just got too weird, and there was no reason for Melissa's brother's lie. He went into a great detail about what Susie was saying that she wanted to do to him, even saying that she wanted to have his child. We all finished studying, and then I noticed that I had missed calls and I had text messages also from Susie. I didn't call her. She's crying to me, telling me that I hurt her and that she regrets asking for an open relationship and asking me if we could close it. I said, why did you want this in the first place? And I asked what rules. You didn't tell me not to deal with certain people. What do you want me to just go find a random person and sleep with them? I don't know how this crap works. I never wanted to do it in the first place. She's begging me to come see her, telling me that her roommate had left the apartment and she wanted to be with me. She just wants to hold me and touch me, but she wants to end this open relationship. I can honestly say I was really wasting my time with Susie because I had made up my mind that I was never going to marry her when she even mentioned an open relationship. The other stuff that we were going through, I thought it was just relationship stuff. You're going to have ups and downs. There's going to be pushing and pulling. That's just how it is. But when she mentioned open relationship, I just didn't care anymore. I get to her apartment and she's going off on me. It's common and freaking sense for you not to sleep with anybody we both know, especially my friends. I started to question her. So who have you been sleeping with? She looked at me, stalled for a second, and then says, no one. I haven't opened my legs up to anyone. I said, really? Can I see your phone? She handed me her phone. I said, can you unlock it? She grabs it back, unlocks it, and says, what do you want to see? I said, give me the phone. She locks the phone and hands it back to me. I said, I can't go through your phone if you have it locked. She takes it back, unlocks it, and says, what do you want to see? I said, I've seen enough. She then quickly unlocked it and hands it to me. Here, take it. She took off and went to the restroom. I sat down with the phone and I went through it. I don't know why this woman gave me this phone. She didn't hide anything. I don't know what she was doing, but she clearly was cheating on me. She did sleep with the guy in Orlando. They met up definitely more than twice. They did more than have brunch. He even sent explicit pictures of himself before she went, which really threw me off. I thought I was looking at a rope or something. You know those big ropes we climbed in elementary school? If Susie slept with this guy, there's no way in hell I'd take her back. I'm looking through and she's on all types of dating apps, talking explicitly with other guys, and then I saw on Facebook that she was sleeping with someone that I knew back at school. She comes back from the restroom. She was in there for a while. Maybe she was taking a crap, I don't know. When she comes out, I locked the phone up, but I threw it. I saw what I needed to see. I then asked her, so why didn't you tell me that Melissa's brother was accusing you of trying to take advantage of him? She says, oh my gosh, they told you that. It was stupid. It was a lie. Everybody knows it's a lie. That's why nothing came of it. Are you happy now? Can we close this open relationship? I said absolutely. Heck, it was closed when you asked to open it. We're done. You have a nice life. Enjoy your boyfriend in Orlando who you slept with as well. Oh, and Tony in our botany class. Yep, I saw you'd been sleeping with him before the open relationship request. Enjoy your life. I'm done with you. Susie went off. Please don't leave me. Can we just close this open relationship and go back to where we were? I love you. I want to be your wife. I want to have children with you. I don't want to be with any of those other guys. Do you want to replace me with one of my friends, right? I know it. They're no good. Those are bad girls, and I'm pretty sure you slept with both of them at the same time. That's the type of girls they are. Why would you want to be with someone like that? Please do not leave me. I love you. I told Susie she's single and she can do whatever she wants, just not with me. I'm done. I tried my best to stay focused. Focus on the semester, on my studies, but Susie kept harassing me. Showing up to my classes, catching me on campus like at a cafe, blowing me up on Facebook. Now I told you guys I don't really check Facebook that often, but I went on Facebook and saw that she had sent me messages and even tagged me in things. I didn't even think to block her on there, so I did, but that didn't stop her from stalking me. I almost went to campus police. I was sick of her, but eventually she stopped. I am now on winter break, sitting at a park actually writing you this. I discovered your YouTube channel this past semester. I saw a story or two actually about open relationships backfiring. I figured, hey, I wonder if this guy would accept my story. Hopefully you can let me know if you plan to upload this. Take care to the True Story Nation. True Story Epic, my ex flew into the town and shows up at my parents' place. She claimed she wanted to spend the holidays with me, and she loves me. She's not going to let her two ex-friends take me from her. My parents refused to leave Susie outside. It was 27 degrees here. My mom pulled her inside and called her parents. Susie's parents were worried sick and didn't know she booked a flight to come to Pennsylvania. True Story Nation, Susie is still at my house right now. This is the most awkward thing in the world. How ironic I send you my story and she freaking shows up. It's like I summoned her. I refuse to speak to her, but my mom is encouraging me to spend time with her and talk to her. I will not. This woman has lost her freaking mind. I was tempted to tell my parents exactly what happened, but I don't know if that will go over so well. Yeah, I'm banging her ex-friends, both of them at the same time. It's just a bit too much. I can't even tell you if she's going back home tomorrow, which will be Christmas Eve. Or if she's actually staying throughout Christmas. How weird is that? Her parents want her back home from what I've heard, but I don't know if anyone's purchased a ticket or not. I had a conversation about it with my mother, and here's how it went. Mother, you've been sitting here for hours. What's on your mind? She's been here and you haven't said a word to her. I don't know what happened, but a mother knows. She's sorry for what she did. Me. It's just, I don't know if I can trust her again, Mom. She hurt me. Mother, I know she did. I can tell. Sweetheart, but have you thought about why she's been trying so hard to make things right? Me. People say things when they feel guilty. Doesn't mean they've changed. Mother. True. But guilt doesn't usually last this long. Forgiveness, though, that's different. Me. She keeps saying she made a mistake, that it won't happen again. Mother. And do you believe her? Me. No! Mother. That's the risk we all take in love, son. No one can guarantee you won't get hurt. But if you still care for her, if there's a part of you that wants to work it out, it's worth taking that chance. Me. I don't care for her anymore. It's hard to forget. Mother. You don't have to forget. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing to move forward, together, and rebuilding trust step by step. Me. No disrespect, Mom, but I'll never forgive her. When she asked me what she asked, it was over then. She knows what she did. If you want to ask her what she did, go ahead. Mother. At least you'll know you tried, though, and you'll have no regrets. Holding on to resentment will only weigh you down. Me. I don't have resentment. Can you and Dad just make her leave? Please? Mother. I don't know. She's hurting and I finally got her to stop crying. Me. Thanks, Mom, but I won't be speaking to her. Mother. Okay, sweetheart. You're stronger than you think, and so is love, but I can't force you. Conversation with my father went a bit different. Father. So, she's been in my basement crying and crying, huh? What is she saying this time? You talked to her? Me. I haven't, but Mom said. She says she's sorry, that she made a mistake, and that she wants to make things right. Father. A mistake? A mistake is forgetting your keys, not betraying someone who loves you. You don't have to tell me. I know she cheated on you. Me. I know. She says to Mom she regrets it. Mom stupidly thinks she's so genuine. Father. Son. Crying doesn't equal genuine regret. Some people cry because they're sorry. Others cry because they got caught or because they're losing control over someone. I was so ready to tell my dad all the details, but I didn't. Me. What if she really means it? Father. Look, I get it. Your heart's involved, and it's hard to separate feelings from facts. But answer me this. Did she admit it willingly, or did you find out on your own? Me. She sort of told me she was cheating in a roundabout way. I'm not going to get into it, but she's upset I got payback, and she realizes what she lost. You know, Dad? Father. Ha ha ha. That's my boy. Show her what she's missing. Me. I just smiled. Father. Trust isn't a light switch you flip back on. It's earned. And the way she handled this shows she's sorrier about the consequences than her actions. She'll say all the right things now because she knows what to lose. But that doesn't mean she respects you. Me. You're right, Dad. Father. You'll know the right one when you meet her. You've got friends, family. You've got me. And one day, you'll find someone who loves you the way you deserve to be loved. Someone who values your trust and would never throw it away. But this girl, she's shown you who she is. Believe her actions, not her words. Me. You're right, Father. I know, but sometimes the best thing you can do is let go. You'll thank yourself later. Me. Thanks, Dad. Father. Anytime, kiddo. You've got this. Unfortunately, I can't kick her out of my parents' house. If this was my place, she would have been left on the porch. I don't care if she would have frozen on the porch. That's not my problem. She decided to book a flight and come here wearing a freaking hoodie and sweatpants.